Folks, I found this pellet smoker. I won't call it a smoker. This is a pellet grill. It's more like an oven that runs off pellets. Okay, so this is a, well, if you can see that, it's a Traeger pellet grill, 24 inches across here. And it even had pellets in it already. I'm gonna smoke it today. I mean, I'm not gonna smoke it. It's gonna smoke me. I'm already smoked. I'm already about half smoked. Anyway, I'm gonna get more smoked, and we're gonna have a blue cup video, maybe bullshitting, a little bit of bullshitting with a blue cup and cooking all in one. Now, I had to do some adjustments on this grill. I had to adjust this because the way it was, it only stopped it from coming up all the way. It did not hold it up. Okay, like right now, holding it up. Okay, I don't have to touch on it. The way it was before, it just stopped it right there, and if you let go, it'd fall back down. So I had to do an adjustment on that by bending the little whoop-de-doo thing there. I also took a wire brush. Oh, look at there! We'll get to that in a minute. Let's set that to the side. I took a wire brush in here to the grate. I mean, it's yeah. I'll clean it here, but you know, yeah, I'm not gonna be using that. I'm smoking in that. But I also, it did not have one of these. This shelf wasn't there, so I had an extra piece of shelf laying around that I'd picked up off the side of the road. So I cut it to size. Uh-oh, I'm dumping out my wood pellets in there. I'm gonna do some smoking before I have heat, because this grill only gives heat with smoke. It uses those pellets to heat. So this area will be full of heat when I turn this grill on. So I'm gonna use this tube with the pellets that I got previously in this tube to smoke my vegetables and we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, I cut this shelf to size. See, I'm all over the place, ain't I? I'm excited. I haven't done this meal in quite a while, and I'm excited to eat it. Mom's excited to eat it. But I found this, I had this in the backyard, and I cut this off. I had to cut off about a foot of it because it was for a lot bigger grill. So that now I have a top shelf, and I wire brushed it real good. I put a wire brush on I put the wire brush on a drill and just did it like that and made it a lot easier. So now let's get to the food. The food is a piece of London broil, of course. We'll go ahead and set that on the top shelf where I want it. This is actually only a half of a London broil, or a third. I think I cut it into threes. But in here we have some of these small sweet peppers that I've gutted. See how I gutted that? I have some squash. I have more squash inside and some baked potatoes. Anyway, I've got one large sweet onion cut up into pieces. I've got my peppers, I already told you. I put some squash in there, and I've got Mom's, she likes mushrooms. I don't particularly care for mushrooms, but I put a can of mushrooms in there for her. I'm gonna smoke all this. Now it's 1 o'clock. Okay, I plan to eat at 5. I'm gonna smoke all this until about 4:30. And about 4:30, I'm gonna turn this damn thing on to a good temperature to where it's kind of like an oven in here. It's gonna actually finish cooking everything. So I'm gonna use pecan for my smoke. And then I'm gonna use, I don't know what kind of wood they got in this hopper for the actual cook. So I'll be back in a minute once I get my smoke going. I'll just let you see that. How about that? Let that burn for a minute and get going. Excuse that noise. A street sweeper came by right as I was trying to make a video. If it's not an airplane, a jet engine, or I mean, it's always something. Every time I try to make a video for y'all, I get interrupted by some noise. Okay, I live in Niceville, but I call it Noiseville because it's very noisy in this town, very noisy. We got F-35s, we got F-16s, we got F-18s, we got all kinds of everything flying around here training and doing all their things and stuff. Plus we have the airport. They share the airport. The military, Air Force shares the airport with, you know, the commercial airliners. So we've got constant jet engine noise. And the street sweeper decided to come today. The day I decided to make a video, he decided to come. So it's just a coincidence. That's all there was to it. It's no big deal. When shit like that happens to you, you just go, I don't care. So what I'm gonna do here, I'll get this smoke going in this pellet tube. You can buy these at Ace, you can buy them on Amazon, you can buy them on eBay, you can buy them anywhere. They're pellet tubes. You put your wood pellets in there, and you can use this for any grill, folks. Any grill. You don't have to have a smoker, okay? You can put this in any grill as long as you have a lid to close to, you know, capture the smoke. So let me show you what I got here. I got my meat. Oh, excuse me. I got my meat on the top shelf, and I got my vegetables down here. And this thing here, I'm just gonna, once it gets going, pretty good. Once that stuff gets going, you can blow it out. And just put it up in there, lean it up in there like that. It will burn itself down. Let me get rid of that. We don't want to smoke the torch. I think we'll all get smoked if we smoke that torch. But I'm gonna just see how much smoke that puts out. This grill does not put out nowhere near as much smoke. So I'm gonna close the daggum thing down, and we're gonna smoke it like that with no heat. Okay, no heat whatsoever. It's not hot in there. It's about 70 degrees out here today, and we're gonna smoke this cold smoke. I call it cold smoking. And as you can see, the Traeger grill does not have a seal around the lid like my old pit boss did. It is not as good of a grill, but hey, I found it on the side of the road. What could I say? I can't complain. It is metal though, because that's a magnet on this camera mount. It's got me my GoPro's mounted on the camera, and you're mounted on the lid, so when I open it, you can see the sky. I tell the Jimi Hendrix song talking about kiss the sky. Ooh, looks like rain. Did I decide to smoke meat on a rainy day? Well, I watched the weather this morning, and they showed nothing about no doggone rain. So, it better not rain. Over here, I'll show you this. On this grill, they've got a little grease trap. All the grease runs down this thing. Anything that drips off of my meat or whatever I'm cooking in there runs down this little metal plate that's set in there in the angle. Let me show you where it goes to. Ah, damn, that thing, that's a hell of a magnet there. Okay, it goes over here, and when I found it on the side of the road, it didn't have no damn catch bucket. So I had to make me a, oh yeah, we're also having seasoned collard greens tonight. So I had to get me a bucket to catch the grease that comes out of there, out of that little thing. So I'll make me a little bucket out of a collard green can. Yeah, look at that. Oh my God, look at that. Wow, let's go back. Woohoo! That food's gonna be surrounded by smoke for three hours. I mean, you can do it for a lot longer to get a better, you know, effect, but I'm pretty sure 3, 1, 2, 3, no. 1, it's 1 o'clock now, so you can't count that. You have to say 2 o'clock will be 1 hour, 3 o'clock will be 2 hours. Yeah, like I said, 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours, it's gonna be good. And this is the setting I'm in. I'm in Niceville, Florida. I'm on the lake. It's just a little pond, actually. In the trailer park. Rednecking it on the front porch with a barbecue grill, Traeger smoking pellet smoker thing I found on the side of the road, drinking bottom shelf vodka out of a blue cup. Y'all stay tuned, there's more to come. Now's a good time to go make you a drink, because the rest of this video will probably be pretty good, because once my second blue cup starts kicking in, we will probably start talking about some different things. There's no telling, you don't know. It's bullshitting with a blue cup. I gotta hold this camera way back here, but I want to show you from a distance actually how much smoke that tube puts off. Now, this has been closed since the last clip a few minutes ago, but if you open this, watch. You're gonna have to hold your breath. Whoa! It's covered in smoke. Everything in there is covered in smoke. Completely. Oh, wow. That thing smoke, those tubes smoke. If you want cold smoke, go buy yourself a tube. Hey, if y'all ain't never smoked an onion, a sweet onion, or peppers and stuff like that, put your vegetables in the smoker. Let's try it one time. Now, usually, if you look back on my older videos where I smoke London broil, I take the new potatoes, they're small potatoes like that, and they're already skinned and they're in a can. You can get those and put a couple cans of those in there, smoke your, I even put tomatoes in there, okay? And we've done this before where we chopped up pork and chicken and put that in there with it and made like a shish kebab inside that basket. That's a stainless steel barbecue grill basket that's made for barbecue grills. I got 2 of those. And yeah, put your vegetables in the smoker. You're gonna love it. Now, if I was doing a review on this barbecue grill, which I guess I kind of am, I would just be letting you know that this one, there ain't got no shelf on it. So you're gonna be putting all your food, there you go, this is the only shelf you got right there. And if you need to get in there, well, you know, you can easily add your own shelf right over here. Okay, and if I decide to keep this thing, I'll probably add a shelf here. Instead of a handle, I would add a shelf right there and be able to, you know, put something down. I'd even add a cup holder. I'd probably add some lights. I'm not deck this thing out, man, because this right here, this grill sells for $500, okay? And if you ask me, it's only worth about $100. I wouldn't pay no more than $100 for this thing because of, you know, its limitations and its features, and it's the stuff that it doesn't do, the stuff that it doesn't have. And the lowest temperature that you'll get, and we'll show you that later. When I put it on smoke, smoke's supposed to be what you do to start it up. Then you can turn it to 180. 180 is supposed to be the lowest temperature. Well, it gets one hell of a lot hotter than 180. I'll tell you that. On 180, it gets a hell of a lot hotter than 180. It'll be cooking, bro. It'll be cooking. And on smoke, you don't get no smoke. You don't hardly get no smoke. So this is an oven. This is an oven that runs off. The fuel for this oven is pellets, wood pellets. You cannot call this a smoker, okay? Do not call this Traeger pellet grill a smoker, because it is not a smoker. Don't get confused if you want to buy a smoker. This is not a smoker. None of these grills are smokers. These Traegers, they don't do that. You got to buy something different. I mean, some of the other Traegers might, but this one, nah. Check him out, y'all. There's that beautiful cat that adopted me. He adopted me. I didn't adopt her, him, it, whatever it is. I'm gonna find out Monday though. Coming up, March 3rd. I'm gonna find out for sure, because this joker's going to a clinic to get fixed. Yep. So is. Hi, kitty. Such a beautiful cat. What a beautiful cat this is. Chose me. Thank you. Hey, folks, I'm a little late. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. Look, that's my second one. That's why I'm a little bit late. Cause you know, here comes a car. As soon as I start recording, hang on a minute, y'all.
Hey, Kevin. How are you?
All right, folks, I'm back. I'm sorry. I was getting ready to cook and turn the grill on. Then I had a visitor that came over, and I had to talk for a little bit. So, we're getting ready to cook now. I'm not sure what time it is. Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 4:40 p.m.
It's 4:40. I'm supposed to eat. I'm supposed to be eating at 5:30, which I doubt that's gonna happen because my meat has not been cooked. It's only been smoked. So let's get this going. What I want to do here is I want to go ahead and turn on the heat to this cooker. Now my smoker has burned down all the way from here to about here. That's a pretty good amount. And there's no heat in there at all. Okay? There's no heat in that grill whatsoever. You don't touch up here because that's hot. But yeah, there's no heat in there. That's just smoke. Look at that damn barbecue. That's a damn London broil, boy. All right, I'm gonna leave this in there because, you know, I don't want it out here. And we're gonna turn this on. We'll go ahead and turn this on right here to about, it's already on smoke. They say to keep it on smoke when you first turn it on. And what that does is tells the auger to go ahead and send all the pellets through, enough pellets through to get it going. So we'll do that. We'll leave it on smoke for about 5 minutes. And then we will come back out and turn it to a proper temperature for baking our steak, which I think is about 225. We'll be right back. All right, folks, I went inside long enough just to take a piss. And I can it's on the smoke setting, and it's already up to 162 degrees. 164. 160. Okay, you see it keeps climbing. Now, you see where I'm going here about this is not a smoker? Because if it was a smoker, it wouldn't get that hot. And you won't need it that hot because you only want your meat to get 165 degrees internally. And that's it. Then you're done. That's the way I cook, anyway. Yeah, I want it juicy and I want it cooked on the outside, but juicy on the inside. It's continuing to climb. Now it's at 179, 180. And I think that, hang on a minute, somebody's coming. Okay, so I'm a little bit late cooking. It's already up to 190 now. And what I want to do is I want to put this up to, I want it to go to 225 so I can cook my vegetables and my meat. But I'm going to kind of watch it to see where it goes and where it levels out on the cook setting. I mean, not the cook setting, but the smoke setting. Let me show you. Yeah, it's on smoke. Right there. Looks like we're staying around 180, 190, close to 190. It's just fluctuating. So we're gonna leave it there. That's 200. I'll call that 200. Yeah, we'll call that 200. We'll just call that 200 degrees. Actually, I need to eat before that. I gotta feed my mother. She's diabetic. So I'm gonna crank it up to 225. Actually, let's crank it up to 325. I'm gonna crank it up to 325. Okay? We're gonna let that go while we sit and bullshit. for a minute. I don't know what I want to talk about. I don't even remember what I was going to talk about. Or if I even, what the hell, you know. Hang on, I'll be back. Shit. All right, we can talk about a few things, I guess. April, my friend William is having a friends and family only private event. I will be bringing my camera, so y'all will be able to see that. We're having a mud bog, you know, whatever, camping, kind of mud bog one night, one weekend, or whatever, over there, and we're gonna have a good time. That's the only thing right now that I have planned to do. I don't plan much anymore, as y'all know, because I am a full-time caretaker. Full-time, 100% full-time. So I can't ask my sister, which is, she's the other caretaker, that she takes my place when I'm gone. She has a business to run. She has a full-time job and a husband. I can't really ask her to do this job very often, you know, when I have pretty much nothing else to do. But every once in a while I do need a break. So I'm getting a break. She's gonna cover for me. And we're gonna go have a good time with the truck, the 4Runner and the 4-wheeler, and some mud. Yeah. So I'm just gonna sit here and wait on this doggone smoker to finish cooking my meal. And I still gotta go inside, and I wrap my microwave. I wrap my potatoes in. Damn! It's been a while, folks. It's been a while since I drank. I don't drink like I used to, but this is my second Blue Cup today. I knew I was gonna cook and drink and make a video, so I knew I was gonna cook and make a video, and I wanted to make a video. And I really don't usually make videos unless I'm drinking, because without drinking, nobody talks this much. You know what I'm saying? So I got my potatoes in there wrapped in cellophane. I poke holes in them all over the place with a fork first, and then I wrap them in cellophane. Then I stick them in the microwave for 5 minutes a piece. 5 minutes for each potato. And I got a pot of sliced yellow squash on the stove that I'm gonna boil. Right as soon as I know that the meat's about done, I'm gonna go get that done. And I got a pot of those collard greens that y'all heard about earlier. Hey, kitty. Look at that cat. Hey. He just hangs out around me. Where you at, boy? Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on. Look how sweet that cat is. Come here. I love you. What you doing? Hi. Meow. I love this cat. It's been a very long time since I've had a cat. Y'all didn't know my last cat. I'm not so sure that he was in any of my videos. Maybe at the very beginning. If you go back 5,000 videos, you might see Max. He was a black and white cat that was totally awesome. He was a cool cat. But this cat is badass. I will tell you what. This is a smart cat. This cat is intelligent. I have taught this cat. I have a bell. I hung a bell on a string on the back door. And when this cat needs to go outside, he goes over there and rings that bell. When he wants out, he rings the bell. And I know when he rings that bell, or it, she, whatever it is, I don't care what it is. I love it anyway. I want to let you know that that cat will ring that bell when it's ready to go outside. It's a smart cat, intelligent, very intelligent. Knows how to use its paw to open cabinet doors and interior doors, like the bathroom. If the door's closed, the cat will use its paw and open the door. Sure enough. Yeah, smart cat. I just hope it don't get pregnant. Monday we got an appointment to get that shit took care of. I'm drinking bottom shelf vodka, folks. The worst of the worst. $9 a freaking jug, which is a half gallon. I'm drinking cheap crap. You know, I don't drink like I used to. I don't, you know, I'm not going after the Canadian Mist and the Patron and stuff like that. It's just, you know, junk vodka. I just drank some vodka. Whatever. So, what else are we going to talk about? I'm not planning events, right? I'm not planning on doing a lot of events. My YouTube channel's dying. Let's talk about that. My YouTube channel is dying. And I understand that because I'm not making any videos. I'm not going to the events to make the videos. And that kind of sucks because, you know, that's what I was doing for a living. It paid the bills for a long time. A long time. I started in 2010, folks. And I got over 5,000 videos. It paid the bills for a long time. Recently, when I started to become a caretaker full-time for my mother, I'm not able to go to the events. I'm not making the money I was. So, I'm living broke. I'm living broke. I'm living as broke as can be. But I'm still surviving. I'm still alive, folks. And I appreciate the people that are still hanging in there with me and still watching. You know, as little bit as I do put out, y'all are still there and still watching me. I appreciate that. One day maybe I'll be able to get... Actually, look behind me, the canoe. I got the canoe. Let me talk about that. I got the canoe turned over today, and I got it ready to... I'm going to get a camera mounted on it and start doing some fishing in the mornings and start getting back to doing some of the older videos that I used to do. So I'm planning on doing some fishing videos. Yeah. Between my caretaking for my mother and my body not allowing me to do a lot of things, I'm trying to figure out what I can do, what I still can do to make videos and content for you guys and girls. And I think fishing is probably one of the things I can still do. And I'm surprised. I'm really, you know, I don't know why I haven't done it in so long. It's been a long time since I've gone fishing and made videos about it. But I'm going to get back to doing that. I'm going to set up a camera system on there that's remote control. So y'all get more than just a view of me. Yeah. That being said, let me go check on my food. And I'm going to go get a temperature gauge, a probe. Make sure I don't overcook my meat. We'll talk to you after a while. Stay tuned. So after all that blabbering, I come back over to the grill. And I have it set on, remember I got it set on 325. And we'll see. It looks like it's 311 degrees. And hanging steady. Something like that. From my angle, it looks like 311. What does it look like down there? 311. It's gonna cook anyway. It's gonna be good. Oh, hey. So I was inside doing my other stuff, and I just want to come back out here and check on this. Sounds like a gas furnace, don't it? Sounds like a damn hell of a blower in there. I set on 325. I still only got 314. What it looks like. So it's not actually reaching 325. And it's 70 degrees out here. And it's not windy, so there's no reason why that shouldn't be reaching the desired temperature. Anyway, I want to check it. I want to just take a look at it. See what we got. Oh my God, look at that meat. Oh, look at the color of that meat. That looks good. Oh, I left my temperature. I have a thermometer, I left it inside. What I wanted to do was flip my meat over, turn this around, 180 degrees. I'm gonna move it over to the side. I guess, I don't know. This is my first time using this grill, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let's look at the bottom of the meat. Let's look. That's been at the bottom. Let's turn that back up here. We gotta get everything so it heats. I don't want this blocking the heat from getting to that. So I'm putting this over here. I'm gonna put my meat over here. See what happens. I'm gonna go back inside and make sure my squash don't boil over. We'll cook a squash in there on the stove. You know, I don't cook too damn much it'll boil over. So let's let that go at 2. It's now it's up to 250. Oh, not 250. Down to 250. Okay, with the lid open, it lowered. I'm still trying to reach 325. Maybe I should go up higher, like to 375. I'm gonna go to 375. I want to cook my doggone food, man. I don't want to have to wait all night to eat this stuff. It's already been smoked. All I'm trying to do now is cook it. So we're gonna cook this stuff up and get going. All right, this is what I got going on inside. Trying to boil some, that's some cut yellow squash. Get that going, and that's a can of collard greens right there. Oh, damn, that's hot. I just throwed it back down. You should have seen I throwed it in there and it landed like that. Anyway, it's so hot. Hot potato. I got me some baked potatoes in here, wrapped in cellophane, cooked. Let those sit and they'll continue to cook while the rest of my stuff cooks, because they're hot. They're hot and they're still wrapped up, so they will continue to cook as they sit there by themselves. I mean, they're not by themselves. You know, they're together. My potatoes are together. Do you cook potatoes together because you don't want to be alone? Well, I didn't do it like that. That's not really what happened. I just thought about that one. It just came up while I was making the video. Y'all know my helicopter hat. It's right there. But y'all, who remembers my helicopter hat? Put a comment below. If you're still watching this far into the video, thank you. I appreciate it. So here's my thermometer. I meant to bring this outside with me so I could check my meat, but obviously it ain't cooked yet, because when I flipped it over, it just, yeah, I could tell it ain't cooked yet. I really don't need a thermometer, because I probably won't cook it to the proper temperature, because I like it red and I like it bloody. I really want to make sure that the most important thing right now to me is to make sure that this this does not boil over onto my stove, because I will have a heart attack. I hate that. I'm OCD about keeping stuff clean, and when that boils over, it's a difficult process, and it's very stressful, and causes me a panic attack. But while I'm here, I'll tell you what about that doggone them collard greens. Look at that. You can't. Oh my God. If you've ever. Y'all saw the can in the earlier part of the video. This is seasoned collard greens. Oh my God. This is like heaven in your mouth. It's so good. I love them. I love them. But not quite as much as I love London broil and wax beans and wax beans and wax beans. London broil and wax beans. You know my favorites are London broil and wax beans. I ain't got no wax beans, so I'm having something else. I'm having collard greens today. But folks, if you ain't never had no daggone wax beans, you better go get you some. Wax beans are badass. They have more flavor. Different kind of flavor. They taste different than green beans. They're good. They're rare. It's kind of like you don't know, you can't find them. Sometimes you can't find them at the grocery store. And depending on what grocery store you go to, you may have to try a different one. If they don't sell wax beans, try somewhere else. But go get you some wax beans and put some butter and some salt on them and eat them up. Woo! I got my doggone All right, it's boiling now. We're gonna fog the camera up. I'm not gonna keep the camera going. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut y'all off for a minute. Not before I eat one more spoonful of that now. That's good stuff right there. I mean, those collard greens, seasoned collard greens. Man, I really love that. That tastes so good. Oh. Tonight's meal is going to be one of the best meals that we've had in a long time. And I cook a lot, and I cook almost probably 3 times a week. I cook a good meal. But to cook this much food and to go through this much effort, like I've been cooking since noon, and it's 5:30. We're going to have a good meal tonight. Wow, where's my drink? I lost my drink! Where did my drink? Yeah. So I'm just going to take this right here and stir it over. Kind of spin it around a little bit. So my vegetables, can cook a little evenly. A little more evenly. I don't know if you can hear me with all that down noise going from that smoker, that cooker. Yeah, I'll stir that up some. Yeah. Hang on a minute. All right, I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit. My battery's getting low on this thing, so it's in the yellow now on the GoPro. I can't tell when my glass is off, but let me see. It doesn't tell me a level or a percentage. I mean, it showed me a level, but it doesn't show me a percentage. Anyway, I will be back to show y'all the finished product after I'm done cooking it. Okay, now that I'm inside, it does. Actually, when you stop recording, it will show you the percentage, and I'm down to 37%. So I'm gonna save some damn battery power so I can show you the finished product. One thing I like to do is take my plates that I'm gonna be eating off of, and I'll stick them in the microwave right before I get ready to have dinner, and I'll hit them for a minute and run it for a minute. That's a plate warmer, so when I put my food on my plate, it don't get cold. You know what I'm saying? Warm your plates up. Yeah. There we go. There's the leftovers, folks. There's my plate. I'm gonna show you my plate. Let's go over here and see. Mama's got her plate. She didn't have to open the steak sauce. That's a good sign when your guests don't open the steak sauce. You know your food must be good. What do you think about that?
Good.
Is that good? She's got the mushrooms. I don't care for mushrooms, but I am going to go ahead and try one for the first time in my life, and I'll do it. I'll go ahead and do it here on camera. It's tough. Well, you got the edge of it, so cut it real small, folks. I'm going to go ahead and try a mushroom here. This ain't my first mushroom ever. I used to do them psilocybin mushrooms out of the cow field when I was younger. But let's try an actual edible mushroom. And I'll tell you my honest opinion on what I think about this. Slimy. Slimy, yeah. A little bit slimy, but has a little bit of texture. There's no flavor. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm gonna have to take an onion just to get rid of it. That sucks. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I definitely have enjoyed a few with y'all. I don't like mushrooms. Bye-bye.
So I had a pretty good time, y'all, sitting down on the front porch cooking. And that piece of SHIT, Traeger, what they call I don't know what the hell they call it, but I don't like it. It's just, it's garbage if you ask me.